This place has become like a heat lamp to bugs, and I want to go over some of the reasons why I think people that live in DC, Richmond, some of the other large areas, folks will pick up and move to our area. And I want to cover some of the reasons why, some things that maybe you haven't thought about, and maybe some reasons why you, as someone that lives elsewhere, might decide to move to this area. Who am I? My name is Josh. I'm a real estate agent in this area with the Bragg & Company. If you do decide you'd like to move to this area, I'd love to earn your business, and I will put my contact information down below. But let's dive into this. Reasons why folks are moving from DC, Richmond, some of those other areas to our area. And the first one is there is a lower cost of living in our area. And that may seem obvious, but you can get a whole lot more for your money, especially when it comes to your home. And because of that, we even see folks have a second home in our area. So they'll have their primary home, they'll continue to live in DC or Richmond or some other area, and then they'll have what they call their river house or their bay house, right? And when I say move here, I'm saying Middlesex, Matthews, Lancaster, our surrounding areas. It's a smaller area, different way of life. And that leads me right into number two. Our area is safer. There's a lower crime rate, safer neighborhoods. A lot of folks will move here simply for that reason. It's not uncommon for someone in our area to just simply not lock their doors because they don't have to. Now, I'm not recommending that. I think that you should secure your property as much as you can. And there are certainly different ways you can secure your home, such as surveillance cameras. That's what I have at my house, alarm systems, etc. But the need for some of those items, hopefully you have them and never need them rather than the other way around. But in our area, it's a whole lot less likely for that to affect you. And because the area is safer, there are also safer schools, safer public places. And again, you just simply don't have to worry about some of those things you have to worry about elsewhere. Number three, I think some people are just simply trying to get out of the rat race. They're tired of sitting in traffic for long commutes. I know myself, after living here for a while now, as someone that used to live in Richmond and DC chasing jobs years ago, now when I have to visit those places and I do have to sit in stop and go traffic, bumper to bumper with other strangers, I hate it. I'm no longer immune to it. When I used to do that years ago, I don't think it bothered me near as much, but now that I live here, I can't stand to sit in traffic because I rarely do it. Getting out of that rat race, being able to just enjoy life a little bit, being able to breathe fresh, clean air, it's definitely great to get out of that rat race. And that leads right into number four, which is your overall work life. Times have changed. COVID made it to where more folks can work remotely. We're seeing that where folks will simply move to our area, continue to work professionally, but now they can work remote. So they can really live wherever they want to, and they'd rather live in a safer area with a better way of life. But let's just say you do have to go into the office once a month or even once a week. The proximity of where we live plays a big role in that too. I always say if you were to draw a triangle from Northern Virginia to Richmond to the Hampton Roads area, we would kind of be in the middle of that triangle. You can kind of get wherever you need to go in a reasonable amount of time. In a 1 or 2 hour commute, a lot of times you can go still have that business meeting, still have a great way of life. And because of all of that, it doesn't affect you professionally. And then finally, number five, I'll get to in just a moment, but I just want to say, I do have some bonus ones coming up in just a moment. I think will surprise you if you stick around for those. Number five is the way of life we've already been kind of describing. And I think folks will move here because there are things you can do here that you just simply can't do elsewhere. It's a different way of life. You can live life on the water. You can have a boat or jet skis. You can go do some of the leisurely things that you couldn't do in those other places. It's less crowded. You could spend a day on the water, spend a day on the beach. And unlike, say, Virginia Beach, still avoid the crowds. I always say it's less stress. It's better for your overall health. And I think that's not just why folks might have a second home here. They may move here and they may, in a lot of cases, retire here. And if you are one of the fortunate ones to live on the water and have that ability to just simply sit out on your back deck, sip a cup of coffee while you watch the sunrise, or in the evening, you have the ability to watch the sun set. There's nothing like it. In addition to being able to just simply walk out your back door, get in that boat, have fun on the water, and that's the life we're talking about. And then finally, a couple bonus ones for you. I think this area is rich in history, especially if you care about that stuff. If you want to spend a day just to check out some of the cool things that we have here locally, of course, Colonial Williamsburg and Jamestown are a car ride away. I have a few clients in Williamsburg, and that's always an option, especially if you wanted to move to an area where there still is some of that life where you can get to things quicker. There's always options of moving to Williamsburg. But even in our small area, there are other options as far as museums. There are historic artifacts in some of these museums that you just simply cannot find elsewhere. There are landmarks in our area, such as Stingray Point here in Middlesex. Everyone's heard of Captain John Smith. He was actually stung by a stingray right there on Stingray Point years and years ago, and he named it Stingray Point himself. And there's just so many other cool things to see, especially if you love history. That's my list. If you can think of other reasons why someone in DC or Richmond would move here, I'd love to hear about that down in the comment section below. If you like this video, I think you'll like this one even more. It's where I talk about the best restaurants in Urbana, Virginia. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button for more tips about this area. We'll see you next time.